Continuing with our difference of two cubes, let's look at example 3b. For this one, our GCF is going to be 1 because we don't have anything in front of that x cubed. Then we're going to check, do we have perfect cubes? So the cubed root of x cubed is just x. And then the cubed root of 64, if you use your calculator or you do your factor tree, that is going to be 4. That means we do have a difference of cubes, not a difference of squares. We are subtracting. So we're going to start with our a minus b in parentheses. In this one, a is x, b is 4. We would just write x minus 4. Now we've already used our subtraction sign, so remember sum and difference of cubes only should have one subtraction sign. Now the rest is going to be adding. We need to figure out what our a squared value is. So x squared is just x squared. We need to figure out what a times b is. X times 4 is 4x, so we'll put plus 4x there. And then we need to figure out what our b value squared is. And this one is just 4 raised to the power 2, and that equals 16, so plus 16. Once we have that, that is our final answer. All right, looking at example 3c, first we want to check for our greatest common factor. We can't divide them both by 2. We can't divide them by 4. 125 we could divide by 5, but we can't divide 64 by that. So that means our GCF is going to equal 1. So this one, we can't factor out anything else. Now we need to check, do we have perfect cubes? Right away, I know 8 times 8 is 64, but 125, that one is not a perfect square. So when you have those two terms, you should be checking, do you have perfect squares or do you have perfect cubes? And this one, I know 125 is a cube, so some of the numbers are the same between the lists. So you need to make sure you are checking squares or cubes and which one would work best. This one, when we find our a and our b value, we're going to do the cubed root. So make sure you put that little 3 here because cubed root and squared root are different. And the cubed root of 64x cubed is going to be 4x. And then our cubed root of 125 equals 5. And again, the last video showed the calculator, how you can do that if you don't know how to do the trees. When you're factoring a difference of cubes, it always starts with your a minus b. And then in your second set, you would have parentheses of a squared plus ab plus b squared. Looking here, our a value is 4x and b is 5. So we are going to take 4x minus 5 in our first one. When we square it, don't forget you have to square the entire term. So we're squaring 4 and we're squaring x. So that would become a 16x squared. If you don't square the 4 as well, your answer will be wrong. So make sure you have that. Then our second part, we need a times b. So a was 4x and b is 5. That would be a 20x, so plus 20x. Then we need to square our b value, or 5 squared, and that becomes 25. Once we have that factored, that using difference of cubes, that is our final answer. So go ahead, check yours, make sure you have the correct answers before you move on to the next part.